have to brag though. I was in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade when I was in 8th grade.
Oh, wait, was that for your dancing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she was a ballerina. Well, welcome back, bitches, to another episode of Drinks After Work.
With your hosts, Shannen and Abby.
Hello.
Abby.
I'm Shannen. Good day. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is this week.
Thanksgiving is upon us. I feel like that was so fast, and we were just talking about Halloween. I feel like this time of the year always goes by so fast. Like it feels like it's like this weird marathon, or should I say sprint, from like Halloween to Christmas, and then it's over, and then I'm depressed.
And then it's January and nothing good happens in January. And then you have Valentine's Day, which is usually like a 50-50 shot you're going to end up happy. And then you just have March. No one likes March.
Yeah.
It's freaking cold.
I know. My birthday's in March, so it does give me something to look forward to.
But you're on the first day, so it's like the rest of the month, it's like...
That's true.
Just another month. There's nothing there.
My sister's birthday is in May, and I feel like that's the perfect month to have a birthday in because it's like... the clouds start to part and like you could get like a 75 degree, like 80 degree day. You never really know what you're going to get. It's like a box of freaking chocolates. It could snow, it could rain. Like it's the possibilities. Like there is going to be no 80 degree days in March.
Correct.
Like we're sitting inside.
October though. You never know.
You never know. October, I barely know her.
It's my favorite month. But Thanksgiving is this week, and we have a holiday upon us. 2 holidays actually. There's the day of Thanksgiving, and then there's the night before Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. Wait, so
it's basically a holiday.
Is it a holiday?
No, but like it's like
I feel like it should be.
It's the night that everyone goes home. They're in their hometown, and for some reason they decide, let's have a high school reunion, and you get blackout drunk so that I wake up on Thanksgiving morning hungover and in no mood to eat a turkey.
Okay, so did you know that the day before Thanksgiving is the biggest drinking day of the year?
I did know that.
I was shocked by that. Like, I'm surprised it's not St. Patty's Day. I'm surprised it's New Year's Eve. You're telling me New Year's Eve is not the biggest drinking day of the year? It's the night before Thanksgiving? Why? Doesn't everyone drink on New Year's Eve? I don't
know.
I feel like that one kind of just crept up on us.
I don't go out the night before Thanksgiving.
You don't go out?
No, because I don't like anyone from my hometown.
I agree with you though. I feel like there's been so many years where I would go home, to my parents' house, hang out for Thanksgiving, especially in college. And then everyone goes out the night before Thanksgiving. I'd go out to like the bar scene that was like a few towns over from mine. Mm-hmm. And then I'd end up staying at a friend's place. And then you wake up, you feel like shit. It's like 10 a.m. You're trying... I'm like having vivid flashbacks. You're like throwing your going out clothes on from last night, makeup smearing down my face. My friend Anna would be like passed out in her room. I'd be on her couch and I'd be like booking it home. Like on Thanksgiving, happy holidays to everyone, like blowing through stop signs, racing back to my house. And I'd walk into the house trying to creep by my poor mother that had been like slaving away in the kitchen for, 5 hours already.
She's been awake since 5 a.m.
And she's like, thanks for making it. Like, thanks. This is great. I smell like a distillery. I'm like trying to like shove my head in the shower and like company's coming in an hour and a half.
I think the reason why I don't go out the night before Thanksgiving is because growing up, we always were in the Cape for Thanksgiving, which kind of sucks because I love the Cape, don't get me wrong. But in the winter, there's absolutely nothing to do. And I'm happy to say we're not really that family anymore, but we were that family that did 5Ks on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Oh wait, you don't do that anymore?
No.
Okay. I've never been the type, I will say, I always tell myself every year, I'd like to be the type of person that could get out of bed and do something athletic in the morning. I'd like to be the type of person that could get up early and, do some volunteer work, like do something good for the environment, for community, for people. I end up being, a piece of shit every year. I'll contribute towards the cooking a little bit, not much. And I sit there, play board games with my cousins.
Is that what you're doing this year?
It's exactly what I'm doing this year.
You'll be home.
I will be home. It's going to be nice though. It's going to be, last year we didn't really get to have like a real Thanksgiving, so I am really looking forward to just seeing my family again and like my extended family that I didn't see for the holidays. So I am really looking forward to it for that reason.
You want to know what I did last Thanksgiving?
What? Okay, I forget.
Let me set the scene. So, Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So picture this. It's the Monday, the week of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
You get fired.
Oh.
And then.
Wait, was that?
It was on a Monday.
That was Monday.
It was a Monday morning at 9 a.m. I got fired.
So week starts off with a bang.
Yep. My roommate comes home an hour after I got fired, and she goes, "Yeah, so I went to work and I didn't really feel good, and I checked my temperature at work because my roommate at the time worked at like a hospital clinic, whatever, something, and I had a fever, so they tested me for COVID and I tested positive, but I'm just here to collect my things and I'm gonna go quarantine elsewhere." So I was like,
wait, so why the hell did she come home to see you?
To collect her things so that she could quarantine somewhere else. And I was like, okay. So I just got fired and now I'm not going home for Thanksgiving. Cool. So on Thanksgiving morning, I was literally home alone in my apartment in Boston. And I woke up and I stood in line for about an hour and a half outside in the freezing cold to get a COVID test, which ended up being negative. So I could have went home for Thanksgiving, but instead I Zoomed my family and I ordered sushi, and then my order came wrong.
Oh my God.
It was the worst Thanksgiving. So
that's the most depressing thing I've ever heard.
I know. I feel bad for me too.
Were you immensely sad? Or were you kind of like vibing?
No, I was definitely not happy. I mean, it was arguably
it wasn't
the
like
worst
a great.
week.
It wasn't like necessarily like a great time to be alive.
No,
like it was a time.
It was a time. It was a time. It wasn't a great time.
It wasn't the best time you've had.
But I'm thankful that this year, Mr. Man and I will be going to his family's Thanksgiving in Long Island. So I have a nice, 4-hour drive.
When are you driving out?
I think the morning of.
Oh my, you're going the morning of?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Busy travel day. Isn't it Wednesday? It's a big travel day.
Yeah, I think that's why we're not going, because I have to work.
So much traffic to get there. I feel like that's going to be so fun though. I don't know. Did you ever have experiences like, I feel like it's a little bit more mature these days, but like going back to your hometown, you go out the night before, like you see the people from high school, you see like the mean girls, you see your ex-boyfriend, you see like...
That's exactly why I don't go out.
Okay. So you've been there though. Like you've experienced that.
Yeah. And I hate it. My town, I live in the smallest town in the smallest state. Everyone knows everyone. 90% of the people I went to high school with haven't left our town.
Oh, they haven't?
No, it's pathetic.
I always do kind of like it though. Like it's fun because I remember a few years ago, I got together with a group of friends that I had in high school, and we went out to this bar and we were kind of hopping around, and like every bar you go to, you see someone that you know, and like you're kind of like, oh my God, I haven't seen you since high school or whatever. But it's just weird because you get this overwhelming feeling where, I don't know if you feel this way, but in high school, the people that I was best friends with, like my best friends, we always talked about like our lives, and we're like, we're gonna do this and we're gonna move here and we're gonna do that, and you always think everyone's on the same page. Like we're all trying to get out of this town, we're all trying to move here, we're all trying to do that, and you always think like, oh my God, we're gonna be together forever. And then you fast forward 10 years and it's just crazy how different people become, and that's fine. Like everyone has their own path, but it is just so weird when you're like, wow, like I used to spend every second with this person and now we couldn't be more different. And like, how does that happen? But I guess it just happens over time. I don't know.
Yeah, I barely talk to anyone I have like one friend from high school that I still talk to. Her name's Allison. Shout out Allison. But I just have to brag.
Thanks for being one of the few true few.
True few. I have to brag though. Weird flex. I was in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade when I was in 8th grade.
Wait, was that for your dancing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she was a ballerina.
I was on a float with Kermit the Frog, motherfucker. It was so sick though, because I got to miss a whole week of school leading up to Thanksgiving to like go to New York, and like my mom and I went and we lived in a hotel for the week, and I just had like dance practice. Did you have like
rehearsals to get into it? Oh my God, you won?
Oh, an audition? Yeah. So it's funny because...
The audition, sorry.
I knew what you meant.
Clearly not a dance mom.
The first year that I auditioned, they were accepting 600 kids, and I didn't make it. And then I auditioned the next year, and they were only taking 300, and I made it. And I was like,
And they put you up in a hotel?
No, we had to pay for it. We had to pay for everything.
Oh, that's bastards.
Yeah. It was a nice experience, though. My whole family went.
That's so fun. Do you think you'll make like your child do that one day?
If I have a girl, I'm definitely putting her in dance.
For sure. That's so fun. I love that. I always say to my mom, I'm like, I wish you would like have forced me to do something that I could be very good at. And she was like, well, you like, I would try ballet. And I was like, like, I don't love it. She's like, well, you didn't like it. I'm like, well, just next time, I wish you just forced me to do it. I would have been great. And she's like, well, you would have hated me. I'm like, but I would have been great.
But I would have if I tried.
All right. So obviously Thanksgiving's this week. We just had our Friendsgiving recently, and I'm sure a lot of other people are doing that too. I feel like Friendsgiving didn't really become a thing until we were in college. Like, did you hear about that? Maybe we were just too young to know what it was, but I feel like they're so popular, like everyone has them now.
Yeah, I think, I never had it until I was in our friend groups. I don't know what that means for me. Maybe I was just a loser. I don't know. Maybe I didn't have any friends. I probably didn't have friends. I was in a long-term relationship, so I don't think I had friends. But I think Friendsgiving is definitely an adulty thing, because I feel like when you're in high school and in college, you're not going to do it at your parents' house.
Yeah.
And now that we're all adults and have our own houses, we can do that.
I remember we started doing it in college, and it was always such a shit show because we'd live in our like shitty college apartment, and we'd go to the store, buy like a 20-pound turkey, like I remember we watched a YouTube video, like how to remove like the giblets. So funny.
Ew, I learned what that is the first time last year.
That's how like at Thanksgiving, like these days, everyone's like, how the hell do you know how to do that? I'm like, because in college, like no one would do it. So we like watched a YouTube video, like a tutorial on how to like prepare a turkey. And we would like microwave everything and with this teeny little kitchen. And I feel like that kind of gave us a little taste. And then ever since then, I think our Friendsgiving they're kind of kick ass these days. Like they're like a well-oiled machine.
It's a whole production.
It's a production. Like,
it's worth every second, though.
Walk us through the production.
So we arrive Friday night.
It's like the welcome party.
And it's like you are teetering between like, I want to get drunk and have fun, but I don't want to get so drunk to the point where I'm unable to be a human the next day, because we wake up Saturday morning at the ass crack of dawn.
It's go time.
And there's
always, you're right, I feel like it's always the night before the big event that people always get too taken away, because it's like, oh my god, it's the first night, and everyone's like drinking, and people always get too hungover for the actual event. I can name
a few that got carried away Friday night. I won't, but I could.
Quite a few. It was so fun. But then you're right, we wake up early Saturday morning, and the boys go out, they get the bagels and the breakfast stuff.
Yep.
And then the girls are responsible for the big shop, and we don't buy anything until the day of, including the turkey, which is kind of insane.
Which we took we bought a frozen turkey and we didn't know it.
It was under the not frozen section. It was under like what is it called? Like the fresh section, refrigerated. I feel like I'm being really stupid. What's it called? I don't know.
Dude, I don't eat meat. Your guess is as good as mine.
So we find these we bought 2 turkeys, and they were under like the refrigerated section. They were not supposed to be frozen. We get back, they're frozen solid. At this point, it's like 2 p.m. So we were eating like, how the fuck do we defrost these turkeys and cook them in time? And we like had to put them in like water for like 2 hours to defrost them.
Is that what happened? I missed out on that.
I know, you usually don't like to look at the naked turkeys. We ended up, they were pretty good. Like somehow. I think it was like the water logging. Like I think it added a nice
logging.
They were like waterlogged.
Ew.
I'm kidding. They were fine.
They were good looking turkeys. I posted it on our story because I was like really impressed. Shout out to Eric.
Oh my god, Eric's amazing. I don't know how he did
together for that.
He did. The girls, for the most part, cook. There's like a few guys that help. Jesse always helps with the mashed potatoes, or Justin. Why the hell did I just call him Jesse?
I was like, who's Jesse?
I just all of a sudden I was like,
was there an intruder? I was like, we
got Jesse in there. What the hell? Like one of our best friends just casually forgot his name.
And I knew who you were talking about because he does the mashed potatoes every year. Dude, that was probably the highlight of my meal.
I love it. They were so good. They were like so buttery.
Whoever doesn't like Thanksgiving food probably just has a shitty mom for a cook.
I don't understand that. Yeah, when people say they don't like Thanksgiving food, like it's something you have once a year. Just find a way to like it.
You don't like green bean casserole? Grow the fuck up.
Also, there's so many options that it's like you can't find one thing to like, Rebecca. okay. Like I hate people that are like, I like just don't really like the Thanksgiving like entrees. It's like, well then what do you like? I really just like to eat just like, keep it to just, I don't even know.
American food? I don't know.
But it like is American food.
I know. That's true.
I honestly, I don't know. If you don't like Thanksgiving food, then we have a problem. And then we had the Bake Off, which was fun. Honestly, half the judges this year were like too fucked up to make it through the full Bake Off. It was hilarious though. We're gonna have a vlog coming to you guys soon.
Dude, I just realized that I didn't try a single dessert and I didn't even get to try your cheesecake.
Oh my God, why? Were you too full?
I don't know. I think it just took so long. Well, I was filming the whole thing. And then by the end, I was like, oh, it's midnight.
I know. Well, we didn't eat dinner until like 8 p.m. and then we ate dessert at like midnight because people were so full for so long and then people were baking till midnight. And then we had the Bake Off.
People, aka you, were baking
okay. And Francesca. There was a few of us. Abigail. Yeah. But yeah, we'll release that vlog for you guys soon. We have to get it together, but it should be a good one. Mm-hmm. All right, let's dive into Drunkity Deets.
Yes. So, okay. This one is, we're going to talk about Astroworld for a second. Or is it Astroworld? Astrofest.
Astroworld.
So just fair warning. Obviously everyone knows about the tragedy that has happened. It's really, really sad. And W Magazine is desperately trying to pull its upcoming edition after putting Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner on the cover. So I think that's smart. I don't think Travis Scott deserves an ounce of publicity, like positive publicity, I mean.
Yeah, I know that we didn't do Drunk Deets last week, so we didn't get a chance to cover this when it first came out because we had Buddy and Kyle on. But like Abby said, I mean, the news has definitely circulated about what happened at Travis Scott's concert, and just, I don't know, like you said, completely heartbreaking. Obviously, there's new information that's coming out every single day, but it does seem like now, it's starting to, the ripple effect is happening. So W Magazines, they're trying to pull their upcoming edition of it. I guess they were like trying to stop their like delivery drivers from like taking the magazines out because it was already in production, something like that. So they're trying to do that. Nike has also postponed its sneaker collaboration with Travis Scott. So this is similar to what we've seen in the past with celebrities that are getting canceled and everything like that, where brands will start to, pull their endorsements, pull their sponsorships and everything like that.
This is when we need cancer culture to really come through. Yeah. Like if anyone deserves to be canceled, it's him.
I agree. I hate cancel culture. Someone made a good point about cancel culture the other day. They were like, I don't like cancel culture because it takes someone off the hook too easily. Like if you fuck up, it's like, oh, you're canceled. Like, okay, you can be done. Mm-hmm. It's almost like, no, like let's let people, like let's see what people will do. Let's see if they'll redeem themselves a little bit. In this situation though,
I mean, redeem himself.
I'm sorry. I don't usually like to get to like, obviously we weren't there. I don't know what happened, but I've seen enough
the
information, videos, things that have happened that have led me to believe that like, okay, yeah, maybe he was up on stage and maybe he didn't see this or maybe he didn't see that. There were so many separate incidents of people like telling this man like stop performing, that like, I'm sorry, there is no chance that there was no way that he was like, oh, I just had no idea that any of this was happening. Like, I don't care if the lights were bright or whatever. Someone put something on TikTok the other day that like one time Travis Scott stopped a concert of his because someone like took his shoe or like someone in the crowd like grabbed his shoe or stole his shoe or something. He like stopped it. It's because he wanted to get his shoe back because he was like so thrown off. Mm-hmm. So like you stopped singing for that, but you wouldn't stop singing when there was people like screaming for their lives and for the lives of other people. Yeah. Don't love that. I also don't love that Kylie took so long to like take off like her, videos and information that she had on about the concert. Like it took her like a full week to delete her posts. Oh, I didn't don't love that either. I don't know. I'm not loving their vibe. I'm liking the fact that Kylie's not been posting. I'd like to see more of that. I think that they should just kind of go into like a little cave for a while. I don't really need to hear from them or see them. The whole
family.
Yeah, it's becoming a bit much. Like it's honestly disgusting.
I agree.
Not cool. But yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens in terms of developments. I'm really hoping we're not going to see some sort of like a weird spin where he's like, oh, like I'm gonna blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, he's a good guy. I don't want to see that. Like
his apology was so like he shouldn't have even posted it. It was just a slap in the face on his Instagram story.
I didn't even see it.
I'll show it to you later. People
what was
it was just like basically people are like body language. People are basically saying like the way that he was like having his hand in his face and like looking down, and just the way that he was talking, like people could just tell that it wasn't genuine.
Yeah.
And that he was just being like forced to
I mean, that was definitely written for him. Like, we need to get to a point where we realize that nothing we see is real. And these people that post like apology videos or press conference, like they're not saying anything out of the goodness of their heart. And I'm not saying that like none of these people are good. Like they might be nice, they might be mean. I don't know. But like people are like, oh, like he apologized. Like, oh, you think he apologized? He's a whole team of people that are like telling him what to say, writing him what to say. I'm pretty sure he just hired like a new spokeswoman or something like that ever since this went down. Like people do that because they either don't care or they don't know what to do and they need someone to tell them what to do, which in my mind is just so disingenuous. And if you have true compassion, I feel like you'd go out there and like find a way to show that you care. You wouldn't just hide out in your like $14 million house with Kylie in Texas and just kind of wait for the storm to blow over. Like maybe you'd meet with the victims' families. I don't know if he's doing anything like that, but if he's not, that's fucked up. So
I agree.
Anyways, on to some merrier news. Okay, so as we all know at this point, Taylor Swift, so she is just been releasing some bops, and I can say that because they're the old school bops that we all know and love. She just came out with Red, the album, which is Taylor's version. For those of you that don't know the backstory, ever since 2019, Taylor has been basically fighting for the right to her music back.
She wasn't on Spotify until recent, right?
Yeah, she was always like an Apple Music gal. So
because that was a stance against something, right?
Yeah, she like felt that Spotify wasn't going to be paying their artists enough or something. I don't remember the exact situation, but yeah, she wasn't on there until recently. But yeah, so she obviously a while ago decided that she was going to re-record all her own songs so she could have like the full rights to her music. It was all this drama that went down between her, like there was drama between her and Scooter Braun. There was drama between her, like the agency she was using, all this stuff, the studio. So she decided, I want to own all the rights to my own songs. I want to be able to perform what I want when I want to, and I don't want anyone to tell me like what I can't sing, what I can sing of what I've written. So I actually do respect her for this. Like say what you will about Taylor Swift, but I think it's very cool that she's kind of going out there and being like, all right, I don't fucking need you. Like I'm going to make my own stuff. So she just released Red. People are raving about it. And in particular, the song All Too Well, which I feel like is a crowd favorite. I feel like that's like people's favorite song, one of their favorite songs of hers anyways. So she released that, but she also released a like 10-minute version of it. And it's like almost like a movie. It's kind of cool.
I know. So I'll preface this. I am not a Swiftie. However, it's weird though because I'm obsessed with her like as a person, but I just like don't love her music. It's not that I don't like it, but I just like couldn't care less that her album came out. I obviously gave it a shot. I just wanted to, you know, dabble and hear everything, but it's just not my type of vibe.
It's not your vibe.
But I think she's hilarious and I really enjoy her TikToks and I think she's a cute human, all that good stuff. But I was watching her 10-minute little short film of All Too Well, and the like acting portion of it, if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. But I was like so triggered for a split second because I was like, oh my god, this is so relatable.
Yes.
This exact fight that's going on is like, I feel like every girl has like been in those shoes where like they're begging a guy for like attention or like lack of attention. And I was like, wow, she like nailed this. And I was like, is this an exact fight that her and Jake had? Like,
okay,
I need to know.
Exactly. Yes. So that's the other thing too, All Too Well. For those of you that don't know or don't pay that close of attention. So Taylor Swift and Jake Gyllenhaal, they dated, I think it was back in like either 2010, 2012, but they were together for quite a few months. They end up breaking up. She releases a song. Everyone has speculated for years that the song was about him. And then recently she kind of released Taylor's version. So all these songs that she's releasing, they say Taylor's version next to it, and there's always like a slight difference between what she's releasing now and the original.
Really?
Yeah,
and
like
the
slight,
lyrics or the beat or
both. Like she'll just like add little things in there, like subtle little lyrics that are a little bit different that you can kind of tell if you know the songs well, which is kind of cool. But it's like Taylor's version. So in this video, it's literally 10 minutes and there's little like scenes, and everyone is like, this has to be about Jake Gyllenhaal. And like, even like the actor that plays him like captures his mannerisms so well. And
really?
Yes. So I guess
really know who he is. Surprised, but
well, he's been in a bunch of movies. You said you watched Southpaw.
I know, but I couldn't tell you what character he was.
I mean, I think he's like, yeah, I mean, he's obviously a famous actor, but anyways, so this has all just been coming back to light again. I think this dude's just like, what the fuck? Like after all these years, and people are now freaking out. They're like, oh my God, like she really came for him. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, who like freaking out in the comments, so funny. And in the very like first like line of the song, she writes like, I left my like scarf at your sister's place and like you still have it even now. So someone like tweeted the other day, they were like, Jake Gyllenhaal like give Taylor Swift her scarf back. God. Like so
10 years later.
So funny. And I guess like wasn't he like upset or something, or he thought it was like annoying that she like released this?
I don't think he likes the attention.
I don't
he
think
probably
he's, like,
doesn't want his dirty laundry aired. Because literally I was watching this and basically you need to go watch it to like really get it, but at the end of the clip, this girl is basically just screaming at her boyfriend that he dropped her hand. Like they were out at a party where she didn't know anyone and it was all of his friends and they were holding hands and he dropped her hand and like,
didn't pay any attention to her.
Didn't pay attention, and she was bitching about that and she was like screaming at him and I was like, oh whoa, slow down. And then she starts crying, and the second she starts crying, he's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like,
and then he like hugs her and
it was like game over, and I was like,
oh my God. And Abby and I, because we were watching this together, we looked at each other and Abby was like, is there anything better than weaponizing tears? Like
it's so manipulative, but I love it.
I feel like you could be in a fight with your boyfriend and you could be in the wrong, like 100% in the wrong. If you start crying, like game over. Like he's not going to keep fighting with you.
No.
Like you're done.
Because they like freak out. They not freak out, but they get awkward. They're like, they're that meme when someone's crying with the broom from afar. They're like, they're there. Simmer down. Like they just want it to stop.
They want it to stop.
So they'll do anything.
For the love of God, like what can I do to make this stop? And they will like hug you, tell you that they're sorry, whatever it takes to make you stop. Well, what would you do if a guy started crying in the middle? Like I'm trying to picture Michael. Like we get into a fight, he just starts crying. Like I don't know what I would do.
I think I would laugh because I laugh when I'm nervous.
I think I'd be nervous.
I think I would laugh. Not to like laugh at them, but just laugh.
But imagine if you got into a fight with Mystery Man and you start crying, he started laughing. I think I'd jump out the window.
Sometimes I start laughing in a fight.
You do?
Yeah.
You're a laugher?
I am a laugher.
I am like, I've learned to settle down a little bit over the years, but like when I was younger, I would get like so blinded with rage that I would just lash out and like say anything that came to my mind, even if it was like not even true. And what I've learned about myself is that I just like simmer and just like remove myself from the situation. Like I can come back at it and I can say things like in a mature way and get my point across without being super mean, because I used to just completely lash out and just get so angry and like,
oh, I think we all were little bitches back then.
Oh my God, if you laughed at me, like if I was yelling at you and you laughed though, even if it was out of like, I would think you were like laughing at me.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because I think I used to, when I was younger, I think I used to do it to piss them off. Oh, because I knew it would, and I'm like,
I would literally, I think I'd slap you if you like were laughing at me while I was like either crying or yelling at you. Like I'd be so mad. I think I'd resort to violence.
Fair. It's fair.
But yeah. Anyways, obviously cool developments. I'm excited to see what she releases next. I've loved all of the songs that she has released so far. And I also think it's just like a good stigma to set for new artists. I think there's a lot of kids out there that are 15, 16, get signed by these huge record labels, just like what happened to Taylor Swift. I know her record label was in Nashville, and it was like her first 6 albums that she wants to get the rights for. So she was obviously, pretty young when all that was happening. And I think a lot of kids get signed onto these big record labels. They don't really know what their rights are. They take these shitty deals. And I think it's kind of cool that she's setting the precedent. Hey, like you can go out there and you can decide that you're going to take back the pieces that you've created. So very cool.
Shout out Taylor Swift. Such a good example.
Shout out. Okay. So I have a question for you.
What?
Are you obsessed with the movie The Holiday as everyone seems to be right now?
right now? Are people obsessed with it?
I feel like it's Christmas time. I feel like it's like this time of the year, and I feel like everyone that I'm talking to is like, oh my God, like I'm watching The Holiday, and like every person like, ugh.
Okay, well, no. Short answer, no, because there's no suspense in that movie. I feel like it's very slow and like it's like watching paint dry. For me, at least, there's not enough drama in it.
Yes.
And I don't really think of it as a holiday movie.
Like it's supposed to be a Christmas movie, but
like
I think of
Elf when you say Christmas movie, not the holiday.
So when you think Christmas movie, you think Elf. I don't know. I was talking to a few people the other day, and they were like debating like the best Christmas movies, and someone was like, oh my God, The Holiday, like I have to watch it, and someone else was like, oh my God, me too, that's like a classic. And it's like number 2 on Netflix right now. They put it back on, everyone's talking about it, and I was like, am I the only one out there that doesn't like this fucking movie? Like I don't think it's good. I'm not
you don't
buying
think it's
it.
a good movie or a good holiday movie?
No movies that I like are good. First off, like I'm not out here watching some like critically acclaimed Sundance nominated short film or like an Oscar worthy performance. Like I'm not. And Michael will always say that, like I don't watch good quality movies. I get that. But like with the holiday,
like the low class like C-list Netflix actors? Is that your vibe?
Not even like C-class Netflix actors. Like I just like a good rom-com, and like those are never considered good movies. Like I like a good rom-com with Brad Pitt in it, but like it's still gonna be a rom-com. I like The Notebook with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, see, I guess that's hate The Notebook.
No, not The Notebook. I meant to say Titanic. Leonardo DiCaprio is not.
Titanic too.
Those are sad. It's sad.
I know, it's so sad.
I know. I don't love that either. I don't like. He's just not that into you. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, see, I love those.
The classics, but they're not like good movies. Like it's.
No,
they're good for us, but like they're not winning like a Golden Globe.
No.
You know what I
know
mean?
what you mean. No, I know.
They're like not like a movie that like makes you wonder about like society as we know it.
It's not like a life changing.
It's not like making us question time and space. Exactly. Like and going to bed depressed. But yeah. Anyways, so I'm not. What I'm trying to say, my bar isn't super high. Like I'm not asking for a lot. I feel like The Holiday. I'm not buying it. Like. I don't feel the passion. I don't feel the love. It's like a weirdly fabricated love story. It's odd.
It reminds me of The Parent Trap.
It kind of has that vibe. It doesn't feel that Christmassy. I don't love Jack Black in it randomly. Like he's like trying to be this
doesn't
like
belong there.
Romantic like guy that comes in. I kind of feel like he has like a puppy dog vibe. He's like a little lurky. I don't like it. I'm not like getting butterflies when I see him. I do think the British guy is hot. Like I will give them that. But that's the only thing they have going for them.
I'm sorry, but I only associate Jack Black with School of Rock, and I feel like that was like the only movie that I can see him in.
He was typecast. Like,
what does that mean?
It's like an actor's biggest fear. They like play one role and they play it so good that like no one can picture them being anything else. Like think about, I'm trying to think.
I can't
about
picture
like Phoebe
him as a dad, and I can't picture him as like a lover. Like it makes me cringe.
Think about like Phoebe from Friends, right? It's like
Phoebe.
I know, but she's tried to do other things, and I'm sorry, but it's like I can only see
Phoebe.
You're Phoebe. Like I'm sorry, that's who you are. Like you can't be someone else. And there have been some like what's his face, Penn Badgley, like from Gossip Girl, like Dan Humphrey from Gossip Girl, who now plays what's his face, like Will Bettelheim or whatever from You. I think he's done a decent job, but like I still do see Dan Humphrey. But the characters are also very similar. Like creepy.
Kind of, yeah.
I always had this theory. Okay, hear me out. So Dan Humphrey, I wish that he didn't end up with Serena, because I mean, why would the fuck would Serena end up with him? Because like she's way too good for him and he sucks. But anyways,
do they end up together at the
yes.
end?
Did you not finish Gossip Girl?
No, I did. I can say this is one of the very few shows that I've watched from start to finish, but I haven't watched it in a while.
Okay, so it's the last scene of the last episode. They like end up.
Oh, we just spoiled it. Oops.
Okay, if someone hasn't watched Gossip Girl by now, then you probably should, I don't know, reevaluate your judgment.
Oh my God, I can't. Ew, they ended up together.
You don't remember? Go back and watch the last season. It's 10 episodes.
Okay, I will.
Season 6, but they end up like the very very last episode. It's like the last like 10 minutes, and it's like they end up together and they get married and all this stuff. And
they get married?
Yeah, and Nate ends up like alone, but he's like running for mayor and all this shit. She should have ended up with Nate. Everyone knows that.
Wait, do Chuck and Blair end up together?
Yes.
Okay.
If they didn't end up together, I would have given up.
I would have rioted.
Oh yeah, I would have burned some shit to the ground.
You really would have.
Oh yeah. But even though everyone's like, man, they're toxic, I don't care. I love them, and it was beautiful. Anyways, she should have ended up with Nate. I wanted Dan to end up alone. He ends up becoming a creepy little hermit. He becomes the guy from You, and then he goes after that blonde girl that kind of looks like Serena. It all would have made sense. They could have like blended the shows together. It was a huge miss. If anyone in Hollywood ever wants to hire me, I am available.
Yeah, what is that? A producer? What are you?
Like a screenwriter, a director, a producer. I'm sure I could do any of it.
You're just a woman of many talents.
Oh yes. But anyways, yeah, the holiday sucks. I feel like when you
point blank sucks.
I feel like when you think of holiday movies, like Christmas movies, you think of a few different categories. Like there's the classics. Like, do you watch It's a Wonderful Life or any of that shit?
Yeah, my mom made me watch it growing up.
I feel like that's what like my mom will watch that every Christmas. And then I feel like there's the true like Christmas movies, like The Grinch, Elf, like The Escape Clause, like all that.
What about
shit.
Home Alone? Do you like Home Alone?
Yes, Home Alone.
Okay,
like I feel like that's like a classic like Christmas movie, and it's like about Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like there's the rom-com Christmas movies. Like I feel like those are the three big categories.
Yeah. And The Holiday's not one of them.
The Holiday doesn't fit into any of the fucking categories. I don't know why I hate it so much.
You know what Mr. Man's favorite movie is?
What?
I asked him when we first started dating, and I didn't even realize that it's a Christmas rom-com, but it's Love Actually.
That's my favorite Christmas rom-com. You didn't know it was a Christmas rom-com?
No.
Have you watched it?
I don't know.
Oh my God, Abby.
Who's in it?
Like everyone? Like literally everyone's in it, I'm pretty sure.
Let me Google it.
Hugh Grant's in it. Colin Firth's in it.
You're saying names, no bells are ringing.
Okay, the two guys from Bridget Jones are both in it.
I don't know who Bridget Jones is.
It's Christmas in London. I don't understand how you get any better than that. You've never seen that movie? It's a big big issue. Watch it tonight. You've definitely seen it. He's like, I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my
follows the lives of 8 very different couples and dealing with their love lives and various loosely interrelated tales, all set during a frantic month before Christmas in London.
It's so good. The guy he gets naked.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense because Mr. Man studied abroad in London 1 semester and he won't let it go.
It's honestly just such a good movie. Like you have to watch it. There's like the multiple like plots that kind of like relate to each other.
Okay.
You just, I don't know.
I probably saw it like 10 years ago. How fucking...
It makes you laugh. It makes you cry. Like the scene where Colin Firth's character walks into the restaurant and like proposes to the girl. I start crying. The airport scene. It's beautiful.
Oh God.
I love it. And like I said, Hugh Grant and Colin Firth are in it. And they're amazing. they're amazing. Merry Christmas to me.
Oh God.
And Bridget Jones, another great one.
That's a Christmas movie?
I don't know if it's technically a Christmas movie, but there's snow and there's Christmas in it. So therefore it's a Christmas movie.
Bridget Jones, hold on.
Have you seen Bridget Jones?
I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Bridget Jones' Diary?
Yes.
2001. Jesus.
Abby, I'm very concerned for you. Have you not seen any of the rom-coms?
Romance/rom.
This is what teaches us about life.
Who the hell is Renee Zellweger?
You don't know who Renee Zellweger is?
No. Do you, Peter?
Obviously he does.
Oh, she's cute. Oh, Hugh Grant's in it. And Colin.
Oh my God.
From exercise to men to food to sex and everything in between, she's turning the page on a whole new life. Wow.
It's like the movie that I watch every time I go through a breakup, like on repeat every single day.
I don't think I've seen... No, I've definitely never seen this one.
Okay. Well, it'll teach you a lot. You should watch it.
Well, I probably could have used this like 10 years ago.
It's so good. Honestly, it's a really good movie. You
okay, so apparently I have some homework to do. I'll report back. I can watch these. I like rom-coms. You
just don't watch anything?
No.
Just TikTok. Mm-hmm. Do you have any like traditions?
For Christmas?
Mm-hmm. Do you like watch anything?
Elf. I've already watched Elf already this season.
Yeah.
I watched that like early November.
I'm not a huge Elf person. Like I like it.
Oh.
I don't love it. I like it though. I don't know if I like seeing a grown man in like a leotard. I don't know if that brings me joy, especially not him. But other than that, it's cute.
Oh, to each their own.
To each their own.
'Tis the season.
True that. Okay, so the other day I was scrolling on Amazon. I don't know if you do this or not. It might be a little weird. So
I don't know where you're going with this.
You know, when you're like going to buy something on Amazon and there's like thousands of reviews, like thousands and thousands of thousands.
I'm a big time review reader.
Me too. I was going to ask you if you were.
Well, you have to be on Amazon because there are sketchy people on Amazon that are known to change the pictures and the title of what it is. Like it'll be a completely different item under but like you'll see a bunch of good reviews, but then what you see like you don't get.
Wait, so how will there be good reviews?
Because it was an old product. Like let's say it was like a piece of clothing. It could be like a pair of sweatpants. It could have been good reviews on an old pair of sweatpants. And then they upload a new photo of different sweatpants and like change the title.
And they're probably like paying less to like produce them and stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
So you have to read the reviews. Yeah.
I agree. But then you also don't know because some of them are like people get paid to like review things like well. So you don't know if things work or not.
Yeah.
Sketchy world.
I always stay away from like the products that are like Amazon bestseller or because I feel like those usually end up being like
sketchy.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
Like they break after like 2 months.
100%. Yeah. I don't love it. I feel like whenever I'm having a bad day, I will go down and just read the Amazon reviews, like more so just for fun. Even if it's a product I know I'm probably not going to buy, it does bring me joy. I've noticed that people do like to, overshare, divulge a little bit too much info. I was like looking the other day at these like vitamin C pills I was going to buy. And this girl like... she wrote a long review and basically was like talking about how beautiful she was. She was like, I'm just so blessed. Like I'm almost 40 and like people tell me all the time I look like I'm 22. Like I don't know what I did to just be blessed to be so beautiful. I was born with the skin.
No,
it's honestly honestly, she said, I know I'm so beautiful. It's insane. The only issue is that I do have occasional like breakouts. She's like, so I started taking these and it went away. And she posted like 6 screenshots of like her face and like every angle and the befores and the afters and all the shit. And she was like, yeah, so like just wanted to share my like honest truth with you guys. And basically I was like, why did you need to share that? Like she could have just been like, okay, here are the befores and afters, this shit works. But instead she like gave a whole paragraph being like, ever since I was young I knew I was special. And it was like, why did you need to say that? And it just, people on the internet never cease to amaze me.
No, I think you can find some real entertainment in the reviews. And I'm not the type of person, like if I'm buying something, I'm going to read all of the reviews. Like I am an avid review reader and I feel like you learn a lot. And sometimes it gives me anxiety because then I will never pull trigger because I'm so caught up in the reviews.
True.
But even if I am, it's not a waste of time because people, like you said, like they will dish way too much.
Way too much.
And you learn a whole life synopsis about someone.
Oh my God. Oh yes. Or like if it's like a dress, people are posting like pictures themselves, like ass shots, like from behind, like doing like a split. And I'm like, what? Who are you trying to attract? Like, is there like a chat option on Amazon? Because I'm like, are you treating this like your MySpace profile? Like what's happening here? Like, I don't understand the point.
I feel like COVID kind of made people not afraid to overshare on the internet.
Put it out there.
Yeah, because there was a point in the pandemic where it was like, I may never see anyone again. Like, I don't know if this is going to end, so I don't have anything to lose. So if I, am outlandish on the internet, who cares? Because I won't have to see these people in public ever again.
Okay.
And I feel like people got into a routine of oversharing and being too honest, too open. There's just no going back now.
I dare to say, I don't think oversharing is overcaring. There's some things I don't need to know about you, about your family, about your personal life. How do you feel about, because I think you're absolutely right with like the pandemic. I think people got so used to communicating online that they got a little too comfortable with being online. How do you feel about people using like Instagram Live and like Instagram in general or crying online and shit like that?
Too many videos of like shootings happening like while on IG Live, and it's very concerning. Like, have you ever seen like a news article of like people are on IG Live and then there ends up being a shooting in the background? Have you ever seen that?
No.
Yeah, it's happened multiple times and it's kind of scary. But the things that people will put on their IG Live, it's like they don't realize that it's actually real, and like there are people that are actually watching it, and while it's happening live, like you can't take it back.
Yeah.
Like you can't like edit it out. Like if we say something that we regret, Peter's got our back. He's gonna edit that shit out immediately. But you're on IG Live and there's no taking it back. People could be screen recording for all you know.
Oh, that's so true. And it's like out there. There's nothing you can do about it. I just don't really get it. I don't get people. I mean, I've never gone live on Instagram. The thought of it gives me severe anxiety. Like the thought of some random bitch from my high school getting a notification saying Shannen Ketenci is going live. Like that freaks me the fuck out.
I kind of want to go live one time while we're podcasting. I think that'd be funny.
I think it'd be funny. If I was with you, I think it'd be okay. But picture yourself sitting there doing nothing, like eating a sandwich and just being like, I think I'm going to go live. And then people are watching you. What has our society turned into that's now a thing? And I say this and probably one day I will do that. But like, I think that's a little bit disturbing. I also don't like when people go live and they cry. And they're like, I just wanted to let you guys know, like when I posted that product, like I really wasn't trying to be insensitive. Like, why? Why are we crying on the internet? Why? That's so embarrassing.
Crying on the internet is not my thing. Whether it's live or pre-recorded, I just don't think it should be on the internet, but to each their own.
100%. Yeah. I think that a little bit of mystery would be fine. Just a little bit, like a shred of mystery would be lovely. Like I'd love to meet someone and not have to know that they were crying on their live last night. I'd love to like not have to know that they posted like a TikTok about like weird gross shit that like I just didn't need.
People on TikTok are ruthless. they need parental guidelines on TikTok for adults.
Are we becoming like old ladies? There should be some censorship on TikTok.
No. You want to know what's wild though? Is that like even if we try to post a certain TikTok, like we'll get flagged for, I don't know, freaking music. But then you can see someone. I don't even want to say the things that I've seen on TikTok because it's just
bodily fluids.
Things I don't want to see, and I don't know what that says about me. Why is it on my For You page? I don't know.
Why is that on my For You page?
I don't know, but I'm like, how does that get through? But our shit gets flagged, and like other people's that I know, their shit gets flagged for, I don't know, having music on in the background for like fuck off.
I actually just thought about this. I feel like someone's For You page says so much about them. Like if you go on my For You page, it's a lot of like vloggy like type videos, like influencers being like I'm doing it in my life, like whatever, or like girls trying on like cute clothes, or like fashion vloggers that I follow that I really like. I feel like you'd see a lot of that, and like some comedy. If you go on Michael's For You page, it's like these fucking mountaineer men with like beards down to their belly buttons out in like Arkansas, like wild hog hunting, and like some guy that owns like a lion, and like him throwing like live meat at it and shit, like or just some like random dude that's like, yo, watch me put a slab of meat on my back and then like roll down the mountain with it. Like that's his full For You page, which really honestly sums up his character very well.
Have you seen the TikToks that are like it's a video of seeing how long it takes someone to scroll on their For You page, and like it's a guy to see a girl dancing. Oh my God. It'll be like 4 swipes, and it'll be like the 4th video would be like a girl half naked dancing, and it's like, you scumbag.
That's what I was literally, that's so funny you just said that, because that's literally what I was about to say. I feel like if I started dating a guy this day and age, date 2, I'd be like, let me see your For You page. Like,
oh yeah.
I would pull it out, I'd scroll down it, and if it's majority like a bunch of like half naked 16-year-olds dancing around, like that's a strong no.
Hard no.
I'll
pass.
I feel like a little bit of comedy would be fine. maybe, okay, like let's say you follow like Blake Lively, like all right, fine, like that's okay, but like a bunch of random like just girls and that's it. No.
Mystery Man's For You page is puppies because he sends me puppy videos daily. Boats, a lot of boats. He's a boat guy. And
lots of boats.
Food and
the food ones are good.
There's probably a few sprinkled me things on there because I always send him TikToks. And it probably ends up on his For You page later on.
100%.
So he's in the clear.
My sister the other day, today, she was like, yo, Kevin Cootie's always on my For You page. And she's like, I feel like it's because you talk about him all the time. Because Michael and I are like, good morning, you bad, beautiful bitch. Literally every morning to each other. That's so funny. Amazing.
Love Kevin. Oh, boy. Okay, so...
What?
I had a random thought.
Okay.
Mystery Man just joined a gym.
Okay. Which gym?
I'm not going to say because I don't want people to stalk him.
Right, because I'm sure that's people's first inclination would be to stalk him.
It's not Equinox.
And I'm sure he doesn't go to like a chain where they couldn't figure out which one it was.
It's not Planet Fitness.
But it's not Equinox.
Okay.
I'm not saying this to be rude. He doesn't really strike me as like the Equinox type. Like if you catch my vibe, like he doesn't really strike me as like a eucalyptus towel, like, you know.
Oh, you want to know what his requirement was for he was figuring out which gym he wanted to join, and his only requirement was that it had a working sauna.
Okay.
So I don't know if that changes your perspective a little bit. I don't know.
It doesn't, but yeah.
But he joined a gym.
Okay.
And you know, I should be supportive girlfriend, right?
I feel like you'd be happy.
No.
You're not happy? Why?
No. He left today to go to gym and I was like, bye, don't get a new gym girlfriend because I'll freaking kill you.
Is that what you're worried about?
Yeah.
You're worried he's going to find a girl at the gym. And then they're going to lock eyes. Well,
it's not even that I think he's going to find a girl at the gym and leave me for her. But it's like, you know how like you have like your work boyfriend and like your gym boyfriend. I'm not saying me, but I mean like there are people there that have like work wives and it's like,
yeah, like you have like your, I said that the other day at work and people were looking at me like I was an idiot. I was like, oh yeah, you have like your work wife.
No, that's
I'm pretty sure they say that in Grey's Anatomy. Like there's nothing like creepy. It's not like you're having an affair, but like
no,
you go to work and you could literally be like some like ugly ass like 70-year-old man, but it's like you go to work, you have like the person that like you work well with and they take care of shit for you like at work. There's no like weird attractiveness. It's just like your work wife. Okay, I'm glad that someone else said that because someone was like, that's like so inappropriate. I was like, no, I don't mean it in like a bad way.
No, it's not like you're sleeping together. It's literally just your work wife. But like,
you're scared he's gonna have like a gym wife?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my thing. When you see a guy at a gym though, what is he usually doing?
Checking out other girls' butts?
No, they're like have their headphones on, like eyes to the ground, like just focus on their shit and then they go home. I mean, maybe like the creepy ones are checking out girls' butts, but I feel like for the most part, guys go to the gym to like turn off the world, not look at anyone, do their shit and leave.
I feel like it's 50-50. I don't know, but I said it. I was like, bye, like have fun, but don't have too much fun. And he was like,
you're insane. He's literally like, going to the gym.
He literally was like, I'm not even gonna entertain that. And I was like,
I'm not
why? Because you know him, right?
He's like, no, because I have a workout in 5 minutes, and if I try to talk to you, it's gonna turn into a fight, and I'm not gonna end up going. And I'm too exhausted to deal with that right now. He's like, maybe tomorrow night we could pick this up and have a nice little fight about it before I go to the gym. But he's like, I'm gonna have to factor that in next time.
I was like, wait, am I the toxic one? Am I the drama?
I mean, you've always been the toxic. What type of a question is that? Am I the toxic one?
I don't know. I feel also like a piece of me is like, I don't like, I want you to live a long, healthy life, but like, I also don't like boys with six packs. And I'm not saying that he's going to come home with a six pack one day, but like,
what?
I don't know.
I don't think he's going to walk home with a six pack.
Me neither. But like now, like the chances are
increased.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm upset.
Honestly,
I thought you would back me up on this.
You think I'd understand? Honestly, maybe I just can't relate to it because if Michael came home and was like, I'm going to the gym, I'd be like, hallelujah. I'm kidding, Michael, you're great.
No, dad bods are in.
But also, I mean, Michael and I have been together for 8 years. Like at this point, I'm like, it is what it is. If you were going to find someone else, you would have found it. So I guess you're stuck with me. It's kind of my mindset.
Obviously.
It's a beautiful place to be. It's great. It's healthy. It's I don't know what it is. Anyways, the dad bod thing. Yeah, I like a dad bod. I don't have a preference. Like if a guy's a little thinner, if a guy's a little bigger, like I don't necessarily care. I'm a personality type. But I don't like guys who are like so obsessed with being, not even that I don't like guys who work out, because like some guys like work out, they have like muscles, they look great. I think that's awesome. I don't like guys that like are so into their body to the point where I'm like, are they judging me if I put on a little weight?
That's where I'm like, I'm already insecure about my own body. Like I don't need you to make me feel like shit about mine.
I just like don't want to, I don't necessarily know if I have guy friends that work out. Our friend Will, who listens to this podcast, works out. He looks great. Good for him. He's a dear friend of mine. I love that. I don't know, like dating someone who was like a hardcore workout junkie, that would make me feel like I had to work out, and then like, I'd feel this weird guilt and then resentment, and then it'd be like who's in better shape, and then you get into this weird thing about like who's hotter, and I think it would get weird.
Yeah, if it's a Saturday morning and you wake up and your first instinct is to go to the gym, like I can't date you. I'm sorry. Like I want to go to brunch or do literally anything but go to the gym Saturday morning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I want to be in a relationship where we go to bed at night and talk about going to the gym in the morning, then we don't go. Yeah. And then we call you and ask you guys to go to brunch.
Exactly.
Which is literally
I just feel like the gym is just like gonna come in between us.
It's gonna rip us apart. Okay, I get that. I do understand where you're coming from. Is he just going because he like wants to feel like?
Well, so he rollerblades like in the summer and spring every single day.
Big blader, yeah.
Big blader, and he'll
go huge blader. You guys may have seen him around blading.
You definitely have if you live or drive by the Charles River. He would do like 15 miles a day. Like he takes it very seriously, and obviously it gets fucking dark at 4 p.m. now, and he is working all day, so he can't go during the day. So now he's like, well, I need to like sweat somehow. So he's like, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm convinced he wants to sweat. He's gonna go sit in the sauna.
Oh, you think he's gonna sit in the sauna?
I don't know, but
definitely. I could see that. I feel like you go to the sauna and you start sweating, so you feel like you worked out, and then you come home and you're like, all right, I might as well like eat a pizza. Yeah, that's my type of vibe. I actually like that. What do you think about the beards? The November beards, the no shave November, the man beard. It's coming back. Do you like it?
I like Mystery Man with a beard. Yeah,
you like him better with a beard.
I do
than with that one.
Correct. I think he looks like younger without it.
How do you feel when he first shaves the beard and you see him for the first time?
Whoa. Who's that?
So did you know there's such a thing as like post-beard depression?
They get depressed?
So when Michael and I weren't together, he grew a beard. We all called it the breakup beard. We named it breakup beard. It was a breakup beard. Like 100%.
Like not a cute beard.
No, it was it was a breakup beard. Anyways, we were together for a few months. I was like, okay, it's been cute. I've been supportive. I've showed you that I've changed. Like we're back together. This is great. And now it's time to shave the beard. Like you're done. Like I feel like I was nice about it.
Wait, does he not usually have? I'm trying to.
He never has a beard. He has one right now because of November, like no shave November or whatever. But like he never does. So, anyways, I was like, okay, you've had your time, and it wasn't like a like scruff beard. It was like down here.
Ew.
Yes, it was like a mountain man beard. Oh. Like it was like he was like doing it for survival.
Like Santa.
Yes, Santa with dark hair. For sure. He was a Santa.
With dark hair. That's a sight for sore eyes.
It wasn't my favorite look. And I can say that because it wasn't his mom's favorite look either. And as long as I agree with her, then I'm in the right. So yeah, it wasn't the vibe. But anyways, we get back together. It was great. I was like so nice, so supportive. And then when I realized that, you know, he was interested and wasn't going anywhere, I was like, I pulled out, you know, a razor in the middle of the night and I just started going, I'm kidding, but I did convince him to shave it off. He was so depressed after, like he was like in a very bad mood. It was like he felt like he lost a part of himself, and we looked it up, and there's a thing called post-beard depression where men will get like weirdly attached to their beards, and when they shave it off they like can't handle looking at their face. And I thought about it and I was like, wait, like we don't really have anything like that as a girl except for our hair. So I do kind of
the same thing, I feel like, because
if I like shaved all my hair off, I'm sure I'd feel pretty similar.
Even if when I get a haircut that's too short, like my last haircut, like it needed to be done. Like my hair is the shortest it's ever been since like probably middle school, to be honest. And I like don't feel like myself. Okay. My hair is so short.
Right. Like it's
like my security blanket.
If that's the reason I do get it, I will say though, I'd like to know someone's intentions behind having a beard. Like I want to make sure they're there for the right reasons. You know what I mean? I know you're looking at Peter. Peter, you're in the clear. If a guy has a beard because he's like, it's like my vibe, that's fine. But I can't help but wonder, I feel like there's a lot of guys who have beards because they're trying to like, they're trying to hide something. They're trying to hide part of their face. They don't really want you to see who they really are. They're trying to hide the chin.
They don't want you to see their double chin.
100%. And I respect that. But like, I'm honestly like, you know what? As a fucking girl, first off, we don't get to hide our double chins.
Nope.
Second, in the summer, we're the ones who have to wear the fucking bikinis. So if all you have to do, sir, is show your chin, but you get to wear like loose baggy shirts all year, I don't have compassion for you. Shave the beard, show us your chin, and go to the gym.
Show us your chin and go to the gym.
And that is all that I had for this week.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Shave your beard, show us the chin, and go to the gym.
Merch 2022 question mark?
Merch 2022. Oh my god.
Oh god. Okay, well, that's all we have for this week.
Yes, thank you guys for joining on another week. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
I know.
We're not going to talk to you guys again until after Thanksgiving.
I know, and then before you know it, we'll be saying, see you guys next year.
Oh my
Time
God.
will just be flying.
I know.
If you're new here and you liked what you heard, give us a follow on Instagram. It's @drinksafterwork_ and @drinksafterwork_ no_ on TikTok. If you're a girl in the Boston area, join our private Facebook group. We just hit 4,000 girls.
4K, baby.
It's insane.
Amazing.
And subscribe on Apple, Spotify, YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe, follow, all the things. Leave us a 5-star review. If you don't like us, still leave us some sort of a rating. It can be like a mystery rating as long as it's 3 or higher. Leave us a review, even if it's not nice. It helps. We love it. We love to read them. It brings us joy. It brings us holiday joy. And you know what? Not a lot of things make us happy these days. So leave us a review. Do what you can. Tell your friends to tell their friends to follow us. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.